Okay, guys, today's session will be on function arguments.
Hussein,
Hmm.
1 second, Hussein.
Yeah, no, yeah, no.
Just, like what is the BIOS pass? 1 second, sir, please.
Hmm.
What is the BIOS latest version?
Biasa.
Hmm.
For which model?
Shabir.
Model. What is the model? Okay. Let's resume the session. So today we're gonna discuss about function arguments. You're able to see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Function arguments. What are the function arguments? So generally, the arguments we know that, right? A function is declared with def keyword and the name of the function, and then open and close parenthesis. Then we'll have the colon. Then the code inside of the function. So inside of those parentheses, we'll have the arguments. There are four types of arguments. So before getting into arguments, let me show you the parameters. See here. So how the function looks like. This is the syntax of a function. Def keyword, then followed by the space, then name of the function, then followed by open and close parentheses. In between open and closed parentheses, we have the parameters, or we can say arguments. Arguments and parameters both are same, and the function will be the function header. The whole thing, the first line of this one, this is known as the header, and this header will be terminated by colon. Then if you enter, you will get into the code of the function inside of the function. So these parameters, in today's session we're going to discuss about these parameters, or you can say arguments. Type of parameters or type of arguments. So here there are four types of arguments. First one, default arguments. Second, keyword arguments. Third, required arguments. Fourth one, the last one is variable length arguments. Variable length arguments. So these are the four types of arguments. First one, the default arguments. Second one, keyword arguments. Third one, required arguments. Fourth one, variable length arguments. So these are the four types of arguments. In fourth type of argument, as I told you, variable length arguments, we have another two types. The first one, in under variable length arguments, we have two types: args, non-keyword arguments, non-keyword arguments, and the second one is keyword arguments. And these are denoted by args, and this one denoted by KW args. KW means keyword. That's it, guys. These are the four types of arguments we have. Under fourth type, we have again two types of arguments, that is non-keyword and keyword. Okay. So let's discuss one by one in detail. The first one, default arguments. So the default arguments are the arguments which we pass. It's a kind of parameters, or we can say arguments that takes as input a default value. It takes the default value if no value is supplied for the argument, supplied as the argument to the function. So default arguments are uh, the default arguments are nothing but when you do not pass any kind of argument to a function or parameter to the function. Let me give you one simple example for this. Let me create one file, Python file. function arguments. Okay, here the first example. So we'll write a, Python code to demonstrate the default arguments. First, let me take a function. Function starts with def keyword, then name of the function. You can take any name. Uh, the- Today is Wednesday. We'll take Wednesday Wed as the name of the function, and we'll pass. We can pass n number
Some
of
argument.
arguments, right? So here I'll take number one or number two. Uh, I'll assign some value to number two, that is 10. So if you hit enter, the indentation will starts. So this is now we are in the inside of the function. Okay. So here def is the keyword which is used to define a function, and ved is the name of the function, and n1 comma n2 are the two arguments, and the arguments are going to separated by comma. And here I have declared n1 and n2. Not only declare for the first one, I have not assigned any value. For the n2 argument, that is second argument, I have assigned some value, that is 10 to second argument, that is n2. Now n2 consists of 10, n1 consists nothing. So I want to print that numbers. So for this, number one is number one is, so whatever the number is there, that is n1. Okay, that's how we can. I want to print the second one, that is number 2 is, that is n2. So now it will print the, if I run this now, it will print, but it's not printing anything because we have not, we are still inside of the function. You should come out of the function. Now I came out of the function. Now I need to call this function, right? We need to call the function. Yesterday I told you there are two types of calling a function: pass by value, pass by reference, right? Here I'm gonna call the function, and I'll use the passing by passing only one argument. So here I'll go with some um, I'll call this function, that is what is the function name? Ved is the
Wait.
function name, and I'm gonna pass one value because second value is already assigned. For the first one, I'm gonna
Default.
send 5 as the. So here now this is called calling a function. How do we call a function? The function, the name should be same. Here we have taken the name of the function as ved, so you need to take the same name to call the function. Before that, you should come out of the loop. Here, right now we are in the loop. You need to come out of the loop. Then you can call this function. And if there are two arguments, one is declared, one is assigned. Sorry, one is assigned, one is unassigned. For unassigned variable, I'm gonna assign one value, that is 5. Now, if I print now, it has to give the value. Okay. Now, if I let me run this, number one is 5, number two is 10. You get this? Let's say I want to override the value of n2. I have already passed 5 and 10. Now I don't want that values. I want to do the override. So here I'll call the function again. You can call the same function n number of time, guys. You can call the same function n number of times. So now here I'll pass 1 comma 2 as the value. Now if I run this now, calling second time. This is calling the same function
One comma
for second time. That is second time. So what will be the output?
2, and second line will be 10.
First this will execute, right? First this will get executes, then this one, right? So the first one,
Yes.
5 and 10 will get print, then later it will print 1 comma 2. Okay, you can see this. See here, number one is 5 because it will take the first calling function, and the number 2 is 10. It will take number from here. Again those values will be replaced by calling again. See, now n1 value is 1, n2 value is 2. So here let me print only the uh, n2 value. If I print n2 value now, what will be the output? Anyone? If I run this now,
Two.
what will be the output of last statement?
Two.
2, and others? What is the value of n2, guys? See, it says it is not defined
But
because
double quote. Double.
it's not about double quote. See, here we are not calling the function here. We are not calling the function.
You just will print.
We are just calling the argument. We are calling the
Yes.
argument, but not the function. If you want to print this, you must call the function. See,
Good. Yes.
wed and then this. Now, if you run this, you will get the n2 value. That is 2 again. So it says n2 is again not defined. Reason? Because here you don't need to give print statement because you are already out of the function, right? So here if you pass this, will it run? No, because n2 is already defined. Here you need to pass the value actually. See here. Let's say this time I'm gonna give 100 as the value. Now this will be taken to the n1, not to the n2. Okay. Now if I execute this program, what will be the output of third calling?
And 100
Okay,
and to 10.
n to 10 exactly. All right. So that's how the things works. Okay. Any confusions, guys? Others? Guys, if you speak up, then only you're gonna learn. Otherwise, you cannot. It's very hard to understand. These concepts are very very important. These are the things which you are gonna learn, and these are the things which you are going to implement in your scripting, daily scripting um, activities. Okay. Second one. This is about the first one. Then we'll go with second. Let me take this here. Second one. That is keyword arguments. The second one is keyword arguments. Huh? First one
Yes.
is default. Second one is keyword. The keyword arguments. What are the keyword arguments? Let me give you one example. See, the keyword arguments are a function calls arguments are linked to the keyword arguments. We know this. When invoking a function, invoking, calling both are same, guys. You can call this as calling the function or invoking the function. Okay. When invoking a function with keyword arguments, the user may tell the user, whatever whomever the user who is interacting with the script, the user may tell whose parameter value it is by looking at the parameter labels. We have the parameter labels, and based upon those parameter labels, the user may tell whose parameter value it is. And we can remove certain arguments or arrange them in a different order. Okay, we can remove or we can arrange the arguments in different order. So these are the keyword arguments. And another way to use keywords to invoke the function method, will look that with an example. So keyword arguments, for keyword arguments, we'll take one simple example. Again, how do we start the function? Anyone?
Did.
Hmm?
Did.
Exactly. What about others, guys?
Did.
Asara and Sahitya, be responsive. Otherwise, you may not get anything. Okay. Def and the name of the function. Let's say
Valuable.
good as the name of the function. And
Column.
yes, here I'm gonna pass two arguments, that is a1 comma a2 as the arguments. Then I need to I want to print those. Print a1 value is comma a1. Next, I want to print the second one also. A2 value is
A2.
A2.
Then we have to declare the A1, A2.
Oh, we need to come out of the loop. Yes, right? Now we came out of the loop. Next, now we need to call the function, or you can say invoke the function. How do we invoke the function? How do we call? Using the name of the function. What is the name of the function?
Mm, good.
Good is the name of the function. Here we are going to pass the values. We need to pass the two values. That is, let me give some value to this. I'll take 11, 22. Now A1 holds 11, A2 holds 22.
22.
This is without keyword, and here I'm calling without keyword. Okay, this is without keyword calling. I'm calling the function without keyword. Next, I'll call the same function with keyword. Okay, let's say mm, n1 is equals to triple one,
Then
and n2, sorry, there is no n, right? It's a1 is equals to that, a2 is equals to mm, triple two. Okay, let me, this is with keyword, this is with keyword. Keyword is nothing but name of the argument. What is the variable? Here variable, nothing but, here keywords are nothing but a1 and a2 are the keywords. Let me run this. So the first one, here a1 is equals to 11. Let me run this. So a1 value is initially 11,
level
and a2's value is 22.
20.
Yes. In next, again I have passed the values to the arguments by calling the function with overriding. Okay, a1 is equals to triple two, a2 is equals to, sorry, a1 is equals to triple one, a2 is equals to triple two. I want to pass the same, I want to call the same function with changing the, I want to change the values a1 to a2, a2 to a1. Then I can pass a2 is equals to
Triple two.
anything. A2 is equals to triple one. A1
In
is equals to triple two. Here I'm, here also one type of with keyword.
se-
So now A2 holds, now A2 should have triple two, A2 should have triple one. The values needs to exchange. Let me see here. In the first statement, 11 and 22, right? 11 and 22. That's good. In second calling, triple one and triple two. That's great. Here. In third, I have swapped the
the value.
arguments. Now
Value.
triple two and triple one. See here. Triple two and triple one. First triple two, A1 values is triple two, A2 value is triple three. Let's say I have A3 also. I have A3 triple three here. Sorry, A3. Sorry, A3 is equals to triple three. And him here I'm gonna take here A3, A1 is equals to triple three. Okay. Now I jumbled, right? I have jumbled everything, right? So let me run this. See here, what is the A1's value? Triple three. A1 value, triple three. Here, okay, it's not printing, right? You need to have one more print statement. A3 value is A3. Now you will get the output on the console. See guys, for the first statement you will have double one, double two. For A3 you will have triple three. Let me remove this. Okay. See, double one, double two, double three. A1, A2, A3. This is this is the first time when we are invoking the function. When you invoke the same function second time, A1 should triple one, A2 should be triple two, A3 should be triple three. See, triple one, triple two, triple three. But here this time I am gonna call in different way. I will swap the arguments, but the naming is very important. So there are three arguments here, that is A2, A3, A1, A2, A3. You can jumble it while you are calling A2, A1, A3 kind of. You can change, but the values will be reassigned. See, A1 is equals to triple three, right? A2 is equals to triple one, right? A3 is equals to triple two. Are we clear? Any doubts up to this?
No.
Okay, fine. We'll move to next type. The third one is required arguments. What are the required arguments? We'll see with an example. Generally, the arguments given to a function or passing to a function while calling in a predefined positional sequence are required arguments, which means if there are declared three arguments, then the count should match. The count should match. Let's say while you are defining the function, you have given four arguments, but you are when you are calling the function, if you give uh, three arguments, that won't accept. Okay, so the count of the required arguments in the method or a function when you're calling the function, that must be equal to the count of the arguments provided while you are defining the function. While you are calling the function and while you are defining the function, and when you are calling the function, the argument count should be equal, same. Uh, let me uh, give you one example for this. Okay, how do we declare a function, define a function? Using def keyword and the name of the function. Um, let's take bad as the name of the function. Then we'll have some arguments. Let's say h1 comma h2. Okay. Uh, next, here I'm gonna print the values. That is uh, value of h1 is, sorry, that's h1.
Right.
Next,
Value of H2
value
is.
of h2 is h2. Okay.
Then we could declare the variable.
Yes. Now, if you want to call the function, you should come out of the loop, right? Now we are in def in this function. You need to come out of the loop. Yes, came out of the loop. Now we must call the function. What is the name of the function? Bad is the name of the function. Here we have the two arguments. What are those two arguments? H1 and H2. I'm passing 0, or sorry,
Oh,
uh, 1.0 and 2.0. These are the two arguments I am passing to this function. Let me run this. This is first invoking. This is first invoking. Invoking the function or calling. Invoking or calling the function. Okay. Next. Again. Now I will pass one argument. Now I'll call the same function, but this time I'm going to pass only one.
three. One.
There are two arguments we have passed here, right? And while you are invoking, while you are defining the function, the count of the argument is 2. While you are calling the function, the count is 2. It is matching. While I am calling second time, invoking the function. While I'm calling or invoking the function, the count. This time I'll give the wrong count, which means let me give here I'm gonna pass 3.0 and I will not pass another variable. So I'm passing
Okay.
3.0 value to the h1, but for h2 I'm not passing any value. Let me run this. What it says? Type error. Bad function missing one required positional argument. This is called required argument. Okay. So the count should match. That is called required function argument type. Are you getting? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's say you don't want this to be under. Okay. Okay. We'll discuss about try catch block later in upcoming sessions. For as of now, this is the example for required arguments.
Sir,
The last one.
hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, what happened if we change the value, sir?
Yeah. Where here?
Not like that, sir. If we write
Hmm.
the value of h1 is h2, value of h2 is h1.
Where here?
That will execute.
Here. H1 is equals to H2, huh?
h2
And
is h2 equal to h1.
H2 is equals to H1. Okay. For your sake, I'm running this. It won't run actually. See, it says H2 is not defined. You came out of the. See, you cannot perform the actions on while you are invoking the function. Okay. You are performing some action here. Okay. You cannot do that while you are calling the function. Okay. Here you need to pass
Okay.
only the values. If you want to do that, you can do that here. Let's say mm, h1 is equals to h2 and h2 is equals to h1.
h1.
Okay. Now if I see 1.0, 2.0. Okay. Then after this, I want to print. Here you just reassigned. Now if you want to exchange the values, you need to go for again. Mm, value of h1 is now the value will be changed. Just observe this. Okay. Now anyone tell me what will be the output now?
Which
See,
one equals to
value of h2 is, well, what is the value of h2 here?
this two is
H2 is
H,
initially.
h1
What is the
2.0.
h1 value? 1.0. H2's value here, here
2.0.
h1 is equals to 1.0
1.0, h2 equal 2.0.
and h2 is equals to 2.0,
2.0,
right? If you call this function here, what is the h2 value? 2.0.
2.0, sir.
2.0.
That will be assigned to what?
1,
h1.
h1,
H1.
1.0,
So now what is the h1 value? 2.0.
1.0, sir.
You have assigned, right? You
2.0.
have assigned 2.0
Sir.
to h1. So now the h1
H1.
value is 2.0. Here, next. Okay. Now, what is the value of h2? Sorry, h1? No, 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 no,
1.0, sir.
no.
2.0. 2.0.
2.0.
2.0.
You
h1
don't go here.
2.0.
From here, you will start the execution. Okay. Line by line, line by line. This line, then this, then this, then this, like this. Okay. First, it will take this line, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this. Okay. Now, what is the value of h1 here? Yes,
2.0.
exactly.
2.0.
2.0 is the h1 value. Now, it will be assigned to what? h2. What is the
h2.
H2.
h2's value now?
Sir,
No, no.
1.0, sir.
After assigning,
2.0.
h1 value is 2.0, right?
2.0.
h1 value is going to be assigned to h2. Now, what is the h2 value? 2.0. So,
2.0.
2.0.
this is the output 2.0, 2.0. You see this here, same thing, right? If you call the function
Okay, sir.
h1, it will print here. If you call the h2 function, it will, sorry, if you call, if you call the print function with the h2 value, it will be printed over here. You got this? Okay.
Yes, sir.
If I, okay, that okay. Next one, next variable length. Variable length arguments. As I told you, there are two types of arguments in variable length. Keyword, one is non-keyword arguments. Next one is keyword arguments. That is, non-keyword arguments are denoted by asterisk, arcs. Keyword denoted by KW. Here, K asterisk KW is nothing but keyword. Okay, KW, that is keyword arguments. Okay, these are the two types of arguments. Let me demonstrate you with an example. In a single example, I'm gonna demonstrate you both non-keyword arguments and keyword arguments. Okay, first let me create a function def. We use the def keyword to define a function. I'm gonna take neutral as the name of the function. Then here I'll close the function by using terminator colon. Then I'm gonna pass asterisk. First one we're gonna see asterisk args as the direct guys, args. That's it. That's the argument for the first one. The first one will be, one second. So for the first time, for the first thing, first type of arguments, will take the arguments, will pass the arguments as the asterisk arguments as it is in the parenthesis. Next, so we'll take a, so in this program we're gonna take one list, a list. We'll take one dummy list and we will capitalize. So whatever the strings are the elements which are present in a list, we will convert them from small letters to capital letters. That's our program now. Let me uh, take one um, result one list, empty list, to store the result. This is list one. So after this, I need to fetch. Before that, I need a list, right? I need a list. This, let me take list one. List one. What is that list? Anything. Um, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Sorry, Friday, and last one is Saturday. Okay, let me take. This is my motto is to convert these all small letters into capital letters. All these elements which are in this list, I want to convert them into capital letters. That is my motto. Okay, this is the string. Okay, for this to store the, this is actual string input. To store the output, I need one empty list, right? For that reason, I have taken result one is equals to empty list. So first I need to fetch the element. For fetching element, we use for loop. For I in which one? Before that, you need to take a, before that you need to take one dummy list. Okay. For this, you can take anything. Mm, Dummy list. So this is the dummy list. Okay. So whatever the arguments you take, that will be taken out here. And results. Where do you want to store the resultant matrix? Sorry, resultant list one into this one using append one by one. What is that element? That is I dot upper. Upper is the method. Okay, upper is the method, predefined method to convert every element of this into a capital letter. Now I want to return that. Return what? You want to return what? That result one list. Okay. Now after doing this, what you should do? You should call the function. Okay. What is the function name? Neutral. Okay. In this, I'm gonna take one. Okay. Let me comment this. For this, if you want to access the
Call.
you need to call. You need there are more than one element you are calling. You are calling for this. You need to pass the arguments. For this, I'll create one object. Object one is equals to what is that list? What is the name of the function? Neutral.
Neutral.
Here I'm gonna take this list. I'm gonna take this list.
As an
I'll
argument.
pass this as the
As
argument.
an argument.
Okay. Now you can delete this list. For the namesake, I have taken. Okay. To make you better understanding. Okay. So here, let me run this. Will it run? No. It says there is no dummy list. Okay. Here you need to take the args as the list. Args. From where you are reading? We are reading from the args. Sorry. Args. Let me run this. So it says nothing. Why? Anyone? If you crack this, you got the sessions. You are getting the sessions in a better way. We are unable to see the output. Why? Anyone?
Sir, we didn't escape the
We
loop
already
there.
escaped. See here. We already escaped from here. See, this object is parallel to the def. It has started from same position. We are out of the loop. The result is stored here.
We are
See,
not calling
whatever
to
the
the
result
method.
is here, we have called the function. This is calling the function. This is calling the function or invoking using by creating
Object we
yeah
have to call. We
by
have to
creating
print
object. What Neha?
object. We have to call the object. Print the object.
Exactly. Exactly. The result is stored in object one, but you need to print, right? If you give print method, then only that will be printed on the console. See here,
Yeah.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sat, all in small letters has converted into capital letters by using I dot upper. It will take the what is I here first. It will take the sun, the first element, then that will be from where it will take from args. It will take, then it will do the upper. It will call the upper method. Then it will convert from small letter to capital letters. Then it will append to which list? Result one list. Here, this is the empty list. First element will be inserted here. Then it will take the second element, that is Monday, and that will be appended. Before appending, it will do the uh, Monday dot, that is mon dot upper, from small letters to capital letters, and that will be appended to where? List one, result one, to here already existing list. Already existing list consists sun, then that will be mon will be appended. In the similar way, it will continues until sat. Any doubts?
What is that I?
I, you
What is
can
that
take
I?
anything, just a variable. You can take y also. Okay. So what is this y consist? Okay, what is that y in the sense? See, first you are taking one variable from
The
one
argument.
one item from the list, right? that needs to be stored somewhere. It cannot be stored randomly, right? You need one variable. Here we are taking initial stately y is equals to sun. Okay, it first in the first iteration. In the second iteration, s- uh, man. In third iteration, y will be wed. In the fourth iteration, y will be thus. In the fifth iteration, that will be y is equals to
So all the
ah
arguments we are, so all the arguments we are temporarily
storing.
we are
Yes,
keeping in while,
yes,
storing in while.
exactly.
Okay.
First, it will take
And what is the next?
what?
Re- What is the next one? Result one dot append.
This one. So you have
Okay.
fetched one element from the
Yes.
list, right? That is sun. Let's concentrate on the first iteration. How many iterations it has happened? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven
Seven.
iterations happened. For iterating elements, we take for loop. Okay. First, at first iteration, what is the y value?
The
Sun.
result y
Sun, right?
value sun.
From where I am taking?
Hmm.
From arcs. Okay, this is the arcs. Okay. Next, we are getting into the loop. So after taking, what to do? What is our motto? After taking the element, we want to upper it. We want to upper the element from small letter to capital letter. To which element? That sun element. What is the where is that sun element is stored in y, right? So y dot upper.
Right.
If you call this method, then the sun will uh, changes from converts from small sun to
And what does return
yes,
result
yes.
one
That's
will
what
do
I'm coming.
here?
Yes,
You're
I'm
returning
coming
the
there.
one.
Here, after converting, what is happening? You know what is appending, right? You know what is appending, right? Append means joining. Now, as far in the first iteration, it is zeroth iteration. The results consist nothing. Here, what will happen in the first iteration? This result one matrix, this result one list, result one list will be appended initially 0. Now it has taken sun and it has taken y is stored consist of sun that will be changed from small letter to capital letter. After this, that will be appended to where result one. Okay, right? So now the value is sun. Okay, this is the first iteration. Okay, after doing that, what is this run do in the sense it will stores after appending one by one till 7 iterations, it needs to return to the function. Now this return keyword, what it will do, it will stores the all the result, end result will be stored here, and that will be returned to the function. It is like uh, let's say you have ordered um, some food in Zomato. After you have placed your order, restaurant will, this is placing the order. After after taking the order, they will prepare. This is taking the order. Okay, this is placing the order. This is these lines are the restaurant has taken your accepted your order and they prepared the food. Okay, then later the delivery boy has to give that prepared food to the concerned person, the guy who
Correct.
has
Correct.
ordered, right? This return keyword will, what this will do, it will returns the result to the method, to the function. You got this? Very
Got it.
simple, guys. This is the guy who is ordering the food. That is neutral is the guy who ordered the food. And this line, they received the food. The restaurant has received your order, not food, order. You have placed the order, they have received the order, then they prepared your order and they gave the order to the delivery guy, that is return, and this return guy will give the food to you. Very simple. You got it?
So can we take the neutral as a? why we are taking the object one
Here,
here? Directly we can call the function and
mm,
pass the
yes, we
arguments.
can do.
Neutral
If you
Sunday,
do that,
Monday,
see
Sunday
here,
to
see, let me run this. So no output. Let's say you want to print this, right? You want to print this, right? We should print. We want to print because this is how you call the function. But there is no after calling.
so directly we can print, right? Print neutral we can
Exactly,
give.
that's what I expected from you guys. Print, and you can place entire thing in print.
Correct.
If you run
Yes.
this, you will get the output. What if, why you are taking, see, this is one type, okay? Let's say there are 7 elements in our list, in the argument list. What if you have 1 lakh lines, 1 lakh elements? What you do? You're gonna place one parenthesis before the list and after the list? Is it possible? No, right?
Exactly.
No, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
for
No,
that reason, we
no.
gonna store the entire list in some variable. Let's say here, yeah, I'm taking one object. Object is nothing but a temporary variable, guys. Okay, which will stores the result. Now I'll print the a. That's it.
Yeah.
It will see.
Sir, if we
Ah, please tell me
if we write numerical numbers in y, sir,
numerical number. Huh?
just like yes,
One.
sir, just like one, two,
Will
three.
that accept?
No,
Uh,
not like that, sir. You wrote it as
one.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's
One.
No, no, arguments he's
sir. In
talking
In
about
here,
argument,
huh?
arguments.
Oh,
Not
wait,
not
wait.
that.
One second.
he,
One second.
Neutral
One
A
second.
yes, sir.
equals to
Neutral, sir. In neutral, you take it as a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like
Okay.
that. Man.
In neutral, here, huh? So
Ah, yes, sir. You
uh,
just take. I want to take numerical numbers and convert it into inverse, sir.
yes,
Is
it
it
is
possible,
possible.
sir?
If you give one, so for this you cannot use the upper method because what does this upper
Okay,
method
sir.
will do? It will convert from low.
Small letters into capital
These
letters.
are built-in functions. Okay. Right now we are
Yes, sir.
discussing about the function arguments. Okay. In yesterday's session we have discussed what. See, there are two types of arguments: user-defined functions, built-in functions.
Build,
Here, upper is
build
the built-in function. Neutral is the user defined function, which means user
yes, sir.
is giving the name to the function,
the
right? You can give instead of
Yes, sir.
neutral, you can give anything ABC or good, bad, some blah blah, anything you can give. That is user defined. For this, you will use the def keyword. This is a user defined function. But here, upper is the built in function. This is a built in function, which are inbuiltly
Yes.
came from the Python libraries. Okay, so here in next session we're gonna discuss what is a built-in function and sorry, what are the built-in functions? List of built-in functions where this built-in function what it will do? It will convert from small letters words to capital letter words, right? In there are few more methods, built-in methods, which will convert a numerical value into a text value. Let's say 1 is equals
Okay.
to 1. If you want to convert 1,
Anyone.
if it is 10,
Anyone.
it will convert to 10. You have the built-in
10.
methods for this. Then what you need to do? You need to
Okay.
pass the 1, not in brackets, guys, not in brackets. Sorry, not in quotes. Instead of here, you must take directly 1. If you keep this
No,
in
no.
between quote, what will happen? That will consider
string
this as the
is
string. Okay.
okay.
Okay. It is a
String.
numerical value now. Like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you'll pass the argument. Here, instead of upper, you will have the built-in function. That function you will call here. Sorry, you will mention here. That's it. It will give you the numerical value into a uh, string value 1 to ONE1 kind of. Okay.
Anything, sir, anything we
Anything.
can
There are
convert, sir.
few.
Just like
Tell me.
Roman numbers to normal
Yes,
numericals, normal numericals to
yes. There are
Roman
so
numbers.
many built-in functions. In next session, we're gonna discuss about built-in functions. All the list of the
Okay.
built-in functions. You can sort the elements. You can split the elements. There are so many, very lot more built-in functions. In tomorrow's session, we'll see those.
Okay.
If there are, like say, you have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? What is the first? If you want to
Yes, sir.
sort this list or the elements, which is the first one which will come?
Sunday, sir.
Really? Sort,
So,
sort.
sorry, what was the
If you
question?
if you if you want to sort the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in alphabetical order, which is the first element which will comes? Alphabetical order, guys. F is the first thing. A B C D is alphabetical order. F is going to print first. After that, E F G H I J K L M.
Yes,
Monday. After
M
Friday,
Monday.
Monday. Then M N O P.
Thursday, sir.
Sunday, Saturday. Saturday,
First
Sunday.
Saturday will come
Saturday.
because after if there are conflict between Sunday
Yes.
and Saturday,
Yes,
so it
yes.
will take. It will
Saturday and
compare the
Sunday.
second character.
second letter.
Okay, that is sat. Then later, sorry. Okay,
Sunday.
then it will take sat. Then Sunday. Then
Tuesday, Thursday, sir. Tuesday, Thursday.
Tuesday,
Tuesday. First
Thursday. Yes,
Thursday.
Thursday. Then Tuesday. Then
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So this can be done here
Wednesday,
in
then
output. How the things will come, First, Friday will come. Friday, Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. If you apply the sorting method here, you need to mention here instead of upper, you need to mention sort. That's it. It will sort. Okay. There
Ah,
are ascending order and descending order also. Both you have. Okay. These things will be discussed tomorrow. See, day by day, the class is going to be more interesting. The more script, the more complexial. I know this. It is very difficult, but it's very easy to understand if you concentrate a bit. If you listen the session clearly, wherever you got the doubt, just let me know. I'll You just query me. I try to solve that query. By this, you can easily improve your scripting skills. Okay. Yeah, this is the example for keyword arguments. And the last one more. We have this is just a non-keyword, guys. There is one more for keyword arguments. For this, KW, right? The second one is KW, right? Mm, The second one is KW. Huh?
yes, keyboard.
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Second one is yes KW arguments. So instead of star KW args, first thing, same thing. We'll take this same one, but here it will have key and value. Keywords have key and value. So in for loop, we'll take not y, we'll take both key and value. There are two things here. Okay, key and value. Key comma value in where KW args, right? In this argument list, KW args. We have two things. Which one? Key and value. We need to append what? We need to do the same thing, but here we're gonna take in the form of list. We're gonna take in the form of list. That is, list is key and value. Key comma value. Okay. So let me erase this. Okay. So here we are calling key and value thing. Here we're gonna return that result 1. Here we'll take one neutral, same thing, but we're gonna, these are the values. Let us consider these are the values. We're gonna have keys to it. That is 1. This is the first key. Sorry, equals. 1 is equals to sun. 2 is equals to Monday. 3 is equals to Tuesday. 4 is equals to Wednesday. 5 is equals to Thursday. 6 is equals to Friday. 7 is equals to Saturday. But here it's not going to print. Why? Neutral. It's throwing an error. It will throw an error. Reason? Anyone? Anyone? If you got the previous one, you can easily answer this. Reason is, as I told you, it is a key and value. For this in the dictionaries, can you remember dot items is mandatory. Okay. Next, key and value will take, and that will be stored up here, and that needs to be taken up here, and that will get print run. It will not, because expression cannot contain assignment. Perhaps you meant double equals. So for this, I'll take 1. Neutral is 1. I have taken neutral. Okay, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it should not throw, even if it is 6, it should not throw any error. 7. Let me run this. You got this? Any doubts?
Sir,
Let me
explain it
Fine.
once more.
So here,
stop.
what is the difference between keyword arguments to non-keyword arguments? Non-keyword arguments are, you can apply the methods. Here also you can apply methods, but in keyword arguments, you're gonna have key and value pairs. Key and value. Instead of giving I here, let's say before we have given only one element, right? But in keyword arguments, you're gonna pass the dictionary format. What is the dictionary format? Key and value is the dictionary format. From where you're gonna fetch? From this KW arguments. And if you want to fetch, this whole thing is known as the item. Okay. A item consists both key and value. What is key here? 1 is the key. What is value here? Sun is the value.
Son,
If you want to combine
Hussein, can you explain
third line,
third line? Yes,
this
yes,
one, right?
yes. For, for loop we are applying, but
See,
while
for loop
loop,
is nothing but to
is it
access
a
the
full?
elements which are in the list. Simple. If you want to fetch the first element, the elements, see, the items are separated by comma operator. See, comma operator. You see this, right?
No,
Right?
no, listen.
How
Yes,
many items are in our dictionary? 7. There are 7
seven,
elements, 7 items. Elements and
seven.
items both are same. So for each and every item, in each and every item, a item consists of both key and value. In general, in dictionary format, items consist both key and value. That is the reason, instead of taking only key or only value, if you are, let's say, if you take only key, see what will happen. If you take only key, what will happen? It will says value is not defined, because you need to define the value here. So let's say you are not defined the value. Okay, let me run this. So what is this? So those will be one Sunday, two Sunday, right?
Only
Right? They are giving only the keys, but not the key pair value.
yes.
Okay. So now, actually, how does a key represents without quotes? Key is without quotes, value is with quotes, right? But now you see here, both are represented as the keys. Sorry, values. Okay. If you want to eliminate that, you need to give the key value pair. See here, one is considered as in a single statement. In a single element, you have both key and value. Here also you have key and value. In the single item, a single item is represented in between as the list. If you pass both key and value. If you are not passing, see, if I pass like this, you should notice the difference, guys. Let me copy this. Okay, this is the key and value pair. Now I'll run this. You can see, you can notice the difference. See here. What is the difference you have seen? This is in the form of tuple. Tuple, guys, you need to remember. This is in the form of tuple, but here it is in the form of list. That's the difference between key and value pair.
List.
If you are calling only with the key, that will be in the form of tuple. But if you are calling with both both key
Value.
and value, it will be in the form of what? What, guys? Tuple. Both in the form of key and value format. This is dictionary format. Are you clear? Okay.
So if we are calling
Hmm.
only the keys,
This
then
will
this
be
will
represented in the form of
the
tuple.
output will be in the as a dictionary.
Tuple.
Tuple.
Uh,
Only for
even
key.
if either one, you can even call with value also. See here.
Your value.
If you are taking any one
Okay.
thing, that will be represented in the form of tuple. See here. The output is same. See here, right?
Tuple. Okay.
For the key and value. If you are calling a
Okay.
single pair, among the pair, if you are taking
That
only
means
one thing, either
that
key or value, it will be represented in the form of tuple. The element will be
tuples. Okay. And what if we are
calling if
calling both?
in the
It
form
will
of
be in the
list. See
form
here,
of
list. You know, right?
list.
The tuple will be enclosed in between parentheses, oval brackets, but the list
Okay.
will be enclosed in between square brackets. Okay.
Normal.
Any doubts, guys? If you do not have doubts, we'll wind up this session. Tomorrow we'll start the session.